Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So we begin the first news of the day. Jurgen Klopp has given his view on the Newcastle takeover. It's a very hot topic. Everyone is talking about it. So we're also going to talk about that. And also we're going to talk about lots of Arsenal news wherein new players are getting linked. Old players are linked again with some new sources as well. So stay tuned for that as well. So the first news that we have is, of course, Jurgen Klopp has labelled Newcastle as the new superpower of English football, which is actually bad news for Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. This is what Jurgen Klopp says. Now, what did Jurgen Klopp actually say? And so he says that I was actually waiting for some official statements on human rights from uh, Richard Masters or somebody else, because we obviously know that there are some concerns about human rights issues. What will it mean for football? I mean, a few months ago, I think we had a massive issue in the whole footballing world with 12 clubs or so trying to build a super league. And rightly so, and it did not happen, but this is kind of creating a super team. If you want, it's pretty much the same. Guaranteed spots in the Champions League in a few years' time, not immediately. All these kinds of things that will follow. How financial play is used nowadays, nobody knows how it's used. Is it still existing or not? It's the way it is. Everybody knows that, and Newcastle fans will love it, of course. But for the rest of us, it just means that there is a new superpower in Newcastle. Money cannot buy everything, but can over time do damage. They have enough money to make a few wrong decisions and right decisions, and they will be where they want to be. So that's how it is, and it isn't to be avoided in the long term. But that's the situation, and everybody knows that. And obviously, the Premier League and Richard Masters thought, yes, let's give it a go. I don't know, but this isn't the first time, as I'm aware of. This is the third club along with Man City and Paris Saint Germain that's owned by a country. So I'm not sure how many countries are still out there to have the financial power and interest to do so. But this is how it is now. So unbelievable, man, unbelievable, and that is, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just really don't. So I think if you guys were so much against European Super League, anyone who's watching this, and if you see this takeover news and stuff, what is wrong with European Super League? It keeps your clubs relevant, at least. What's wrong with Super League? Well, according to Fischages.net, Arsenal are interested in a move for Adrien Rabiot as they continue to rebuild their squad. The Frenchman has remained a regular member of the Juventus team but has not yet delivered in terms of the amount of goals that he should. So, Adrien Rabiot to Arsenal. Let me know in the comments. I don't think so many of you would want him because of the whole attitude and stuff and a lot of things. So, I've not heard a lot of attitude issues since he's joined Juventus. I've not heard. That doesn't mean that they are not there, but yeah, that is what I would say. Moving on, Arsenal want to sign Cristiano Ronaldo regen, according to Football.London, because Dominic Calvert-Lewin and the Football.London have claimed that interest from Arsenal and is already known when it comes to Calvert-Lewin. Edu and Mikel Arteta view the England striker as their priority for the summer. It is thought Arsenal looking for a long-term replacement for both Aubameyang and Lacazette. Lacazette is set to leave, so Calvert-Lewin is a younger option that Arsenal could hit as well. So Calvert-Lewin would be perfect for Arsenal. And yes, Arsenal are definitely going to go big when they are, they're about to bring in a long-term replacement in that striker's role. So they would want to go, and they have been. The guy in the picture is Arthur Cabral. Arsenal are facing competition with Tottenham to sign him, and according to Team Talk, Arsenal are scouting the 23-year-old Brazilian striker Arthur Cabral. Leeds United, Tottenham, Everton, West Ham, Brighton, and Southampton are among the clubs that are watching this. FC Basel striker, he plays for FC Basel in Switzerland. The report has claimed that Leeds wanted him in the summer transfer window. Could not get that done. So Arthur Cabral has scored 20 goals already this season, according to Transfer Market. Cabral has scored 11 goals and provided 2 assists in 9 Super League games. The striker has scored 8 goals and provided 4 assists in 6 Europa Conference League qualifiers. Cabral has scored 1 goal in 2 Europa Conference League games. The Brazilian is a very promising young striker. 23 years of age, Arthur Cabral would not be a bad signing for Arsenal. And they're scouting him for some reason. So let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea who Arthur Cabral is. Let me know in the comments. Plays for FC Basel, and that is that. So again, David Ornstein has given his peace of mind about, you know, Raheem Sterling's struggle in Manchester City. So what did he have to say? Here he goes. David Ornstein actually has been speaking to Sky Sports about Raheem Sterling's future. So Ornstein said, it's not really going his way. He's 26 years old now, and it's a crucial juncture in his career. It seems like he won't be signing a new contract unless his game time starts to increase. Now that's a very big update coming from David Ornstein. Sterling's current deal expires in June 2023. Therefore, if the Citizens do not sell him in 2022, they would be at a risk of letting him out for a free. Arsenal are interested. Calcio Mercato believe Arsenal are supremely interested for Raheem Sterling, and I mean he's got a very good resume. Won the Premier League a lot of times. 26 years of age, has 71 international caps with England. English player as well. So Raheem Sterling, if not signing a new deal, could fetch some good amount of money for Manchester City if his game time is the problem, if it sustains. Also, a few days back, I spoke about this Atletico Bilbao defender, Dani Vivian. Arsenal are interested in him according to Transfer Market Web. Fichages are reported by Transfer Market Web that Arsenal have been watching him and they could make him their player soon. Athletic Bilbao centre-back Dani Vivian, 22 years of age, has only just broken into the first team because his teammates, who are actually the first team players, have been injured. So the report did not reveal his current release clause, but Transfer Market say he's currently valued at around $8.5 million on the transfer market. That's all we know. That's all we know. That's the only thing we know right now. So is that the only thing that we should know? Well, apparently, let's see. Well, talking about more stuff, another striker that was really linked with Arsenal, Paul Onuachu, has actually changed his agent because he wants to move in the Premier League. According to Foot Mercato, he wants to join Arsenal. That's what he said previously. So he has split from his long-term representative Patrick Moak to instead team up with Niagara Sports Company. It comes after Scooter Food journalist Peter Kint revealed that Onuachu wants to join West Ham over a move to the London Stadium. In that respect, perhaps the 15-cap Nigeria international feels Niagara Sports Company can handle the discussions better than his previous one. Football Belgique believes KRC Genk wants 17 million for him. He's got a very good goal record. That's the only thing that would fetch Genk a lot of money. But apart from that, is it going to happen or not? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Well, I've got a list of free agents that Arsenal can actually look at in the upcoming January window, probably in the summer transfer window, the kind of players that are available in the transfer market. You guys, I'm going to name all of them, and you guys have to mention in the comments which free agent would be really good for Arsenal. So I've named a few in my previous episodes, but I have a list of some players. Let me know which ones would you take. Well, Arsenal, lots of they've actually been smart in the transfer market. So number one on that list is Lorenzo Insigne. His current deal expires this summer. Arsenal could plan a move for him. He's a fantastic player, of course. So Lorenzo Insigne, one of the players. Would you consider Lorenzo Insigne at Arsenal on a free transfer? If that's that's of course Lorenzo Insigne, a very good striker and striker come winger, left mid role, fantastic player. Another player that Arsenal could, another position that Arsenal can actually strengthen is central midfield. Of course, central midfield is not that strong for Arsenal. One injury and it's really bad news. So a lot of midfield players that Arsenal can actually look into in a free transfer. Number one, Franck Kessie. Number two, Corentin Tolisso. Number three, Marcelo Brozovic. Number four, Boubacar Kamara. They could, their contracts are running out at the end of in the summer transfer window. So these players could move out on a free. Franck Kessie, Corentin Tolisso, Marcelo Brozovic and Boubacar Kamara. you know. But what about the defenders? Arsenal also can get some defenders in the summer transfer window. I've got three in the name. Niklas Sula, already mentioned it in my previous episodes. Niklas Sula from Bayern Munich is free. Jason Denayer of Olympique Lyon could be available for a free transfer. James Tarkowski from Burnley could become free agents in the summer transfer window. Which of the players would you want Arsenal to go for? In my personal opinion, Jason Denayer would be a very good player. Niklas Sula, not that good, but Jason Denayer is a very good player. So I'd go for Jason Denayer. Marcelo Brozovic is really cool. Boubacar Kamara from Kessie, fantastic. Lorenzo Insigne, one of the players as well that I would look at to bring at Arsenal. So which one would you bring in? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.